Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Judy here. If you fight for freedom, democracy, and human rights, you've come to the right place. I upload weekly to this series, which talks about dictators and more. And my friends, before we dive into today's topic, please allow me to thank the friends who bought me coffee from my website last week. Thank you so much for your kind support, my friends. Thank you. My friends, I guess you know that the Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 has been awarded to the Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. And several days ago, she gave her medal to Trump. What a baby Trump is. No offense to babies. Unbelievable, right? But like I've said before, Trump has dementia. So it doesn't act like a normal person. No normal adult would do such absurd thing. Of course, if one has no shame, no morality, one might do such shameless thing. As for Maria Machado, she said that she gave her medal to Trump because she recognized Trump's unique commitment to their freedom. What a joke! We all know that the situation for ordinary people in Venezuela has gotten worse after Trump kidnapped their dictator. Why? Well, it's because the American dictator Trump only captured the Venezuela's dictator Maduro. Trump didn't destroy the government and its system. Maduro's rule is still in place. Life for ordinary Venezuelans has worsened. Maduro's vice president, now their president, appears to command their security forces broad power to immediately search and capture anyone who supports the capture of their dictator. Here, their security forces wear masks just like the US ICE agents. Obviously, the situation for ordinary people in Venezuela has worsened. So, when Maria Machado talked about Trump's unique commitment to their freedom, she showed her true color. She doesn't care about their people and their freedom. And just like Trump, she doesn't deserve the Nobel Peace Prize either. And in my opinion, Trump believed that Maria Machado got the Nobel Peace Prize because she fought against their dictator Maduro. So Trump jailed them. But it's not the only reason. Trump's greed is in his DNA. He also wants their oil. And he has already secured this first sale of Venezuela's oil in deal worth $500 million. The question is, where's the money? Well, it's in Qatar. According to some reports, Trump controls the money and puts it into multiple bank accounts, most of which is located in Qatar. Right, if you recall, Qatar was the one who gave Trump a $500 million Boeing jet as a gift to Trump from the country. Yeah, I've talked about Trump's corruption in my previous videos. If you haven't watched them, please check them out in the description or comment. So, in my opinion, Trump captured Maduro simply because he wants their oil and the Nobel Peace Prize. It was never about drugs. Trump doesn't care about drugs. Otherwise, it would never pardon the man who has flooded 400 tons of cocaine into the U.S. Yes, I'm talking about the former president of Honduras who walked free after Trump pardoned him. He was a dictator who once bragged us. He lined his pockets with millions of dollars in bribes and turned his country into what many call the Narco-State. This description also suits Venezuela's dictator Nicolas Maduro. The difference between them is they have used different doctrines to gain power. In fact, they represent opposite sides of the political spectrum. So I believe Trump's so-called war on drugs is just a tool to gain power, money, and more. And I think Trump is also a dictator. And you know, my friends, I hate all dictators, no matter what kind of dictators they are. And I've talked about the reasons in my previous videos. I've also talked about Maduro's predecessor, Hugo Chávez, on this channel, because he too was a dictator before his death in 2013. Yes, both of them were dictators. So I do want Nicolas Maduro's dictatorship to be overthrown. But only capture the dictator couldn't end the dictatorship. It will be still the same dictatorship with a different leader. And ordinary people will lose more human rights and freedoms in the very dictatorship. In conclusion, Trump doesn't care about drugs or the freedom of the people in Venezuela. Trump doesn't care about wars, old wars, or new wars. He only cares about himself and the wars that could benefit his family. Money, money, power, power. Follow the money, my friends. Like I've said before, Trump became a true successful businessman after he was elected as the President of the United States in 2016. So, okay, my friends, in case you don't know me yet, I'm Judy London, a fan of Jack London. I'm a public writer who writes fiction and non-fiction novels and short stories. You're very welcome to visit my website, judyfaylondon.com or Amazon to read my poems and my short stories. The last one, Mr. Rat, Candy the Dog, and so on, and my latest non-fiction book, Living with the Walking Dead, a roadmap for achieving your own success. I hope to see you there, and thank you so much for your kind support, and thank you very much for subscribing to my YouTube channels, Judy Faye London and Judy Plus. Judy Faye London is a channel that mainly talks about culture, economics, and dictators and various events and people in human history, while Judy Plus is a channel that talks about interesting discoveries in the world of science.